But my life is good. Really good. I get to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and make some soup. It's the best. I love it. I get to lay in a bed by myself all of my life.
You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We had to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburre mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado. Corazón, eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Lou Martinez, aka Big Chief Burrito, live with you on a Wednesday. Mi Gente Show, live and direct from Chula Vista, California. Mi Gente Show, a proud sponsor of the San Diego Latino Film Festival. And we are very honored today to be doing more work for the San Diego Latino Film Festival as a media sponsor to promote one of the upcoming events this weekend. Personal news real quick before we get started. No dog cam today because our boy also had a little mishap. He hurt one of his legs. So if you hear him in the background complaining, He's not being tortured. He's just adjusting to his pain medication. So hopefully he'll be okay for the rest of the day. Make sure that if you are planning to attend the San Diego Latino Film Festival, use code Mi Gente Show, Mi Gente Show at checkout, and you can get 15% off any ticket or event. That includes the Saturday night closing night party with Sonora Dinamita. And the event we're going to talk today about is Arte Latino and their upcoming Arte Latino Comic and Lucha Art Fest. That's a handful. But Andy and Melody from Arte Latino are here. We're going to bring them on for a second, and then we're going to bring on our special guest in a minute or two. But Andy, Mello, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Great. Also, I never get tired of that Bill O'Reilly flipping out. I love that.
It's a classic. That's just it. We'll do it live. Because that's the show policy. We do it live, you know. We write it and we'll do it live. And I saw Mello reacting to me adding Wednesday to the intro.
Yes, that's great.
Yes,
I didn't see before the Nacho Libre part at the very beginning. I love it.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
I try to add a little something every week to make it just as big of as madre as possible. And
well, you succeeded.
And I succeeded. So just before we bring in our guest, just can you give me a little update of how's Arte Latino going for you guys so far?
Great, really great. We're really excited to have so many artists participate this year, and we have the Artisan Market on the weekends. We have a group show with art here at the Hub, and yeah, there's a lot of people taking pictures and tagging us, and it's pretty great.
I saw that the Bad Bunny picture got sold, right? And
yes, Esmeralda Robles. She did sell her Bad Bunny, and she was working on a very large piece as well, also Bad Bunny. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna sell that one too soon.
All right, and then Andy, what's been your biggest takeaway so far? I mean, we're halfway there. We've reached the point of no return. It's easier to move forward than to turn around.
That's very true. Yeah, we're really we've got a lot of awesome artists this year. People are just coming in and really digging the fact that we have art when you walk into the hub space. You know, it makes a big difference when you leave and you've heard live music, seen some live art, seen some just sick artists, and watch some films. You know, people like the experience. It's an overall experience. So people are digging it.
Right, and I got the appropriate hat for the occasion, right? We got the the Lucha hat for today. So we're good to get. And then I got the, Chespirito, Chapulín, and Cheech and Chong cast representing for La Cultura, right? All right. Well, without further ado, man, this is a person that I've been following on Twitter for a long time, and I've been following their career forever. A world-renowned cartoonist, political satirist, and artist, Lalo Alcaraz.
Hey, what's up? Do it live.
I saw Lalo vibing a little bit. He was trying to draw, but he kept looking up like, what the hell's going on here?
That is the world's longest intro. Let me just say. But it was worth it.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lalo, let's start off. When did you become aware, or when did you and Andy connect about this, and what were your feelings about being involved in this sort of comic lucha hybrid art event?
Hey, I just show up, all right. And I do whatever wherever Andy tells me to go. No, he contacted me about being part of the festival, and then all of a sudden it was not just me sitting in the lobby, which I'd done before, and which was fun. I met a lot of cool artists years ago. I don't even know when I did that last time for the film festival, but this time, Andy's like, "Hey, we're gonna." It came in stages. Like, "Hey, will you come and booth and vend?" Yeah, sure. Sounds good. He said. Then the next one was, "Hey, do you mind if we make you a special featured artist?" I'm like, I never mind that, of course, let's do that. And then he says, can we do a thing around you that's like the Lucha and Comics Day? I'm like, go for it, so I just sat there and all these things happened around me, which is a metaphor for my life, always.
So Andy knows where all the bodies are buried, is what I'm getting from this. So, any,
My next question was going to be, can we just call this the Lalo Alcaraz Film Festival?
Hey, I want the contract for the T-shirts.
there you go. There you go. And Lalo, I mean, you have some history. I mean, not only from Comic-Con, but you spent some time in San Diego as well, right?
Yeah, being born and growing up there.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of time. So,
going to college.
Does the festival? I mean, were you always aware of it, or like, did you participate in it, or did you attend like growing up, or were you kind of aware that it was happening while you were here?
I don't think the festival is 59 years old, like I almost am. So no, but I did go a couple times, and yeah, I'm glad that they have, that there's such a good festival there in San Diego. And let me just tell you, SIGO has improved greatly since I left. It's always happened. They wait till I leave, and then they fix things up and make them better. So I'm
But you're
not
coming back, so.
Yeah, I'll come back for. Actually, yeah, I will be there on Saturday, and I'll be back on Wednesday, the 22nd of March, for the opening and panel discussion at San Diego State for my art show there, doing a pop-up art show called "Please Forward My Hate Mail," and I was, and it's called that because that was my nickname at the Daily Aztec newspaper at San Diego State when I was the editorial cartoonist there when I was in college there in the late 80s and or mid 80s, and I'm going to be showing some of my what happened to is the DEA breaking into your house? You should let them in.
There's a raid at the mall.
And so that was, like I said, it was my nickname at the paper. I'm going to be showing some of the cartoons from back in the day and a lot of my new stuff. It's kind of an overall show of my editorial cartoons and a couple of comics from La Cucaracha, my daily comic strip that runs in the paper there and syndicated nationally. And yeah, so it's San Diego. Everything's coming up San Diego.
Yeah.
Nice, absolutely, man. And it is an honor for us to have you on the Gente show, and it's also an honor to have you part of the festival this year. Andy, can you talk a little bit about, kind of what the event will be centered as you kept growing and growing around Lalo? What your goal is with the space that you and Melody are trying to create?
Well, the idea originally was once we got Lalo in, and that's locked in, he can't get out, that we would build around him. So we wanted to do like almost like a mini Comic-Con type thing. And so we got a couple people who are, who go to Comic-Con and they're comic book artists, and we got some Lucha art. We just thought it would be a really great time and a place to start a whole new feature for the festival. And hopefully it'll be every year, and hopefully Lalo will keep coming back. And
sounds like the next step, Lalo, is Andy getting you to commit to the yearly come down.
I guess my March is booked for now.
Marches are booked for now.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Rosa Parra. Hey, Rosa, thanks for stopping by. She says this is incredible. Saludos a toda. Rosa Parra from Latinx Lens. Follow her on Twitter. Thanks for stopping by, Rosa. We're sorry we couldn't come down to the festival, but maybe you can come down for Saturday. Hey, you never know. Mello, tell me a little bit, how you feel about the event coming up. Or what was your role in it? What other artists can we expect to see?
It's exciting. We have about 13 artists joining us and participating, and from all over. Actually, we have some from Mexico City that came just for this. I mean, not just for this event, but for the festival itself. We have, can I drop some names or?
Yeah, do it. This is your part.
So we have Joaquin Junco, we have Ruben Rosas, Paco Pablos will be there, Mike Kim Art, Chicana Roots, 7 Octobers, Jorge Pina, Kicks Cakes, Lisa Cabrera, Elizabeth Vasquez, Gerardo Rodriguez. We have Tica Artesanal going to be there, and Joe Hernandez. So a lot of them are, all of them are Latinos. A lot of them are artists, so they will have their art display there and vending as well. Yeah, it's going to be a great event.
Also, Melody de los Cobos is going to be an artist.
Chicana Lily painting live? No.
She's going to be there, believe it or not.
I will be
Chicana
there,
Lily?
yes.
No pressure.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for stopping by and joining us. Make sure that you're hitting the like on that stream when you see it scroll by. Stop by, leave us a comment. Make sure that you're following at Chicana Lily, myself at Big Chief Burrito, as well as at Mi Gente Show, wherever. And you can always find Mi Gente Show anywhere you get your podcasts. News and culture, reacting to news and culture from a Latino perspective. We're like every other podcast that reacts to news and culture, except it's hosted by two Latinos. So come give us a follow.
And it's live.
And it's live. We record it live, and then we post it to all the podcast networks the next day. So you'll be able to hear this audio.
Hey, can I tell you something? I had a discussion one time with a young woman, and I was trying to explain that I do a radio show called The Pocho Hour of Power, which I've been doing in April. It's going to be 20 years that we've been doing this radio show at KPFK in Los Angeles. And we've interviewed lots of big stars, activists, and every funk artist that you listened to when you were 15, or at least when I was 15. We interviewed people from all those bands, from Earth, Wind and Fire, from Roger, Zap. I mean, you name it. War, Tower of Power. Anyway, I tried to explain this whole thing I'm doing, and this young woman's like, "Yeah, but is it a podcast?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's a radio show with an antenna, and it goes on airwaves." "Yeah, but is it a podcast?" I'm like, "You can listen to it streaming live on our kpfk.org." "Yeah, but live?" I'm like, "Bro, you can. It's also archived on the radio station." "Yeah, but do you have to go look for it?" I'm like, "Oh my God." It was like two generations not communicating here. Like, yes, it's archived. You can have it sent to you, and God, sorry I made anybody lift a finger to listen to my radio show. But anyway, Pocho Hour of Power, Fridays at 3:00.
Pocho Hour of Power. You tune in at a specific time on a specific channel, and you listen, and they do
Crazy,
it live.
right?
Yeah, it's a crazy world.
Later.
All right, guys, we're live here with Melody, Andy, and Lalo talking about these upcoming Saturday special event, the Arte Latino Comic and Lucha Art Fest. There's going to be tons of artists. There's going to be tons of merch, I'm assuming. There's going to be photo opportunities, live painters. What's the Lucha aspect, Andy?
Well, the Lucha aspect, I don't know how we just threw that in there. We just thought it would be cool.
You get to wrestle your favorite artist, and if you beat Lalo and Melo, then you can go against Paco, who's like 7'4". As Lalo fades into the background of his awesome.
Oh, there he goes. That's pretty cool. That's a cool effect how he does that.
I will be wearing my special COVID Lucha mask that I just got. Can you see this?
Oh yeah.
Get down.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's this is gift. Can you hear me at all? Because I sound really muffled. And then my glasses are fogging up too. But anyway, it was a gift from a friend up north in Sacramento who has these masks, and they're called luchamask.com. Yeah, luchamask.com.
Wow.
They're kind of cool. Half my headphones fell out, so let me fade out. There we go.
All right, we'll give you a second there to regroup. All right, and let's jump into. I want to ask you a couple of questions just about how your comics. Obviously, you at the Pocho Hour. You start doing your cartoon La Cucaracha. That gets you some recognition. Do you feel that? And then when I started to become more aware of just your daily stuff was over the last sort of 4 or 5 years, kind of when all your political cartoons that started to get like retweeted and stuff like that. Was that were you always that political, or did being sort of having the last administration politically sort of activate a different part that sort of brought you to another level of that? Or
Yeah, I was always that political because I grew up in Lemon Grove, and I, you know, I saw how my Mexican immigrant parents. My mom's from Sinaloa. Lived in Tijuana for 10 years, and my dad's from Zacatecas, and I just kind of had a sense of injustice very early on as a kid. And I remember, the first time I ever wrote, or I think I wrote a letter to, like, I want to say it was Channel 10, which I think I'm going to be on Saturday. I mean, I must have been like 15 years old or something, and I saw a news report that about lightning hitting a lunch truck out in some agricultural fields up in North County, and a group of the farm workers, the campesinos there that were picking the crop, got hit by the lightning, and they all had to go to the hospital. One was like super critical. And they do this report, and then at the end of the report, they go, "It is not known whether any of the victims were illegal immigrants." I was like, what does that have to do with anything other than Diego being racist and having to point out someone's immigration status? And that was my first letter I wrote to anybody, any sort of news, anything. And they actually wrote me back and were like, "Yeah, you're right. That didn't have anything to do with anything in the news story, and thanks for pointing that out." And I was like, huh, trip out, but I'd always been like that. And I just started using comics as a way to kind of express those thoughts and feelings, and see how if it could change anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had some biting commentary all these years, man. Is there one particular sort of one that went viral more than others, or that got you some major feedback that you can point to, or do they all sort of blend together day to day for you?
I mean, I've had big pieces that have been very influential, or man, I feel like I won at a slot machine
I know, right?
in Vegas.
My notifications here are going crazy. I apologize.
How much did
watching.
I win? But no, I feel like there's a piece that I actually was going to go grab off the wall, but I forget. Migra Mouse was a piece that I did during the Prop 187 era, and we were all battling against Pete Wilson and hometown boy Pete Wilson. Have they taken that statue down yet? Because I want to be there when they do.
Don't know. It's a good question. We got to find that out.
Let's go take it down after the after party. You know where we'll be at 1 a.m. On Saturday. But that was a piece that got, it was before the internet. It was in the early 90s. There you go. Thank you. And it was something that people would reproduce on their own. They would redraw it and hold it up as a banner, and because we didn't really have email, or it wasn't that common, social media. And people would just reproduce it on their own and hold it as a banner during the marches, and I thought that was super cool. And that's one piece. Another piece I did was actually another mouse, Muerto Mouse, which I did when the Disney company had tried to trademark the term Dia de los Muertos, and so I did that cartoon, and that got a lot of play, and I'll take a little bit of credit for making them retract that trademark application. And then eventually, a year later, hiring me to work on the movie Coco as a cultural consultant. and then winning the Oscar for that. But yeah, so there's some standouts. I got a couple of greatest hits.
I like how you casually threw in the Oscar win at the end. You know?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's just
and then of
just
course
thinking
the
about
Oscar. No, and I was looking at this piece that he just did, the Latino presence at the Oscars one, which is
Brilliant.
obviously
thank
very
you.
brilliant. Yeah. What is it? What is the process from concept to publishing for you these days? Is it like, do you like wake up, grab your coffee, read the news, check some sites or something like that, and then, or do you like wake up with the idea in your mind, or?
It depends. I mean, sometimes the thing will just pop in there and will be there overnight, ready to be put on paper or put on my iPad. And I'm looking up right now at my TV here in my new studio, and my new TV with CNN on it going 24/7, or MSNBC or local news or something. And I just sit and soak up the news all day long, newspapers or TV or the internet, and then an idea will pop into my head. Sometimes, like today's Wednesday, so got to have a cartoon in by tomorrow for editorial, and I've got to last week I did like 3 Dilbert cartoons because if you know the creator of Dilbert, Scott Adams, whose strip was right next to mine in the LA Times, is a big racist idiot. So that was the whole news for cartoonists last week. I didn't do anything else about anything. And then, I just see what's in the news cycle, or I have an idea about something, or sometimes people contact me and say, could you think about doing something about such and such, which is weird because sometimes I've like had I tell people now, like, I don't really take orders for cartoons. This is in Burger King. And people sometimes will ask me, like, hey, I just got fired from my job. Will you do a cartoon about it? And I'll be like, sorry, bro, that didn't hit the national news, So and people will end up hating me. And that actually happened with a Chicana artist, a performer in LA that got fired from a job and demanded that I do a cartoon about it. I was like, yeah, sorry, no, I can't. I'm doing something else. And she ended up like not ever talking to me again. It's like I didn't sign up for that. I'm not your mayor. I'm not your city councilman. I'm just a dumb guy with a pen.
I get that a lot. People just say, hey, have you ever thought of making a movie about my life? Like, no. Absolutely not. Oh, what are these notifications?
You say no, George Santos.
No, George Santos, go away. So basically, it just depends, obviously. And then I did enjoy a lot of your COVID stuff, like kind of like your activism there. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Sure. When COVID happened, a little bit after, I was approached by an academic guy, Gilbert Lopez, Dr. Gilbert Lopez out of Arizona State, and he said, "Hey, I have a thing called COVID Latino. Would you be interested in partnering up and doing stuff? I could get at least get traction for this stuff." And many agencies or whatever, they were doing outreach to Latinos using Latino artists, but a lot of the art was kind of like, normally, I mean, it's better than the normal stuff, which is like clip art. Like state agencies will use the kind of blandest, most vanilla, whack clip art that you can Google on Google Images and then make an ad for everybody. Or when they try to do one for Latinos, they'll use like a loteria card or a luchador, and then be like, okay, we did our job. But this COVID Latino really wanted to focus the work towards the messaging on COVID, on protection, just the basic stuff that we all went through, safety stuff, to farm workers in the Central Valley. This academic guy, Dr. Lopez, was from the Central Valley, and he said we want to focus this on. There's a piece that my assistant, the great Junco, Joaquin Junco, did, and this is one of the best ones. I hate to say, man, he can draw so well, and it's a really nice piece that I art directed, of course. But we did a series like about 15 pieces for that. Then one day he says, "Hey, these are going great. We're doing them English, Spanish." He goes, "Hey, I want to do some animation. What do you think about that?" And I said, "Hell yeah, let's." And that's how I got like my first credits directing animation. I got a bunch of pieces, and then we did one that was. He said, "Want to do a kind of a crazy one, just for the barrio." I said, "All right, let's do Super Vaccine Vato," and because I had a character called Super Vato from La Cucaracha, and I said, let's do that. And so we did a crazy one where he's he's like a veterano superhero. He's a little bit out of it. He has superpowers, but he uses them to get a 40 from across town or something. Like he kind of misuses his superpowers a little bit. But we made him like a superhero that comes in and threatens you if you don't get vaccinated and stuff. And there it is, the Super Vaccine Vato. It's kind of funny and irreverent, and we had a great time doing these. There's Tio Rigo, that Tio that we all have. That's like kind of a stubborn right-wing jerk, like doesn't want to do anything. And doesn't want to help other people, and so finally Super Vaccine Vato, shows him the way, right? So then we went on to do stuff for the California Department of Public Health, and doing like COVID stuff, reaching out to Latinos and to youth, and from there we went to we did the drought, man. We're doing everything now, man. I think I'll do a PSA for world peace any day.
Oh, that sounds like no, man. I think those actually like I think like you said, as opposed to the common way of doing PSAs, which is just so basic and lame and just sort of speak to a very just lame really way of getting people to try to act on something, that you brought the comedy, that you brought the realness, that you brought like that to it, was something that was incredibly powerful. And I think honestly, that really, out of the stuff that was coming out, I think that obviously helped a lot, so
Oh, cool. Well, thank you, man.
I mean, from my perspective, and who am I? We have Mario Lucero in the back. We're gonna bring him on, Mario, in a little bit. I see that you joined us right now. We'll get you on in a second. We're talking live with Mello at Chicana Lily. Follow her on Instagram to see all her great work. She is a beast. I saw one of her paintings yesterday that I want to buy, but she gave me a high price. I think she's just trying to play hardball with me. I want it for the background right here. For the
crowdsourcing.
We're going to crowdsource it. We're going to crowdsource it. Elandi, who's, I don't know, Andy, you're like the LA Godfather, because you have all these connections. All these people, we got to do a move. We got to do a doc about Andy. That's kind of my next project. Figure out, we need an origin story for Andy to see where he came from, how it happened.
Gotta make something up then.
Oh yeah. The truth, the stories have been changed to protect the innocent. I wanted to ask you one more question, Lalo, and you can see Lalo Alcaraz this Saturday in San Diego at AMC Mission Valley at the San Diego Latino Film Festival. We're going to be talking. You're going to have, I'm assuming you're going to bring some art. You're going to bring some calendars?
Oh, I'm going to bring a little bit of art, yeah.
A little bit of art, a little bit of calendars, a little bit of cucarachas.
I'm going to bring, I have beautiful gallery quality prints that you should come and buy. Encourage the community to become art collectors. I have limited edition prints of lots of new work. I have classic ones. I have the old posters I used to have, like the the laser print ones. I'm going to have all kinds of stuff to sell and sign for you. And I still have a few calendars left. It is March, but I'm still selling calendars, but I have less stocks left. So if you want to get one and you didn't order one during the year, now's the time.
Lalo Calendar Day is always a very important day on Twitter when people
That's
try
right.
to jump on top of each other to get through. Make sure that you guys are following Alcaraz. Go to pocho.com, his website, where you can find all his daily comic books as well as find links to all his other work. He also has his show. Where can they listen to your show, Lalo?
kpk.org, kpfk.org. Fridays, I almost forgot what time. Fridays at 3. And then the archive is there. It's they have 90 days of archives of all the shows, but our show's right there. This Friday, I think we're going to be live, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about other than politics and desmadre and hilarity.
Hilarity will ensue. And if you want to call it a podcast, just don't do it in front of Lalo.
Okay? Yeah.
You can call me Gente Show, a podcast all we want. Just go anywhere you get a podcast and type in Mi Gente Show, 2 Latinos and a microphone, and that's how we do it. So I want to ask you one other question before because I know you gotta get ready and stuff, Lalo, but I do appreciate the time that you're giving us today. Can you speak a little bit about the changes? Because I mean, I remember, growing up, I would always like our thing was we would wrap presents in the Sunday comics, because we were too broke to get wrapping paper. So you just go get the newspaper on Sunday and,
Right.
you'd wrap the presents in Sunday comics. And I would read the, I grew up on the East Coast, so I would, pick up like the daily news and I would go sports section, comics, and then I'd browse through some news or something like that. But the change from physical paper periodicals, daily comic strips to now, having to have your audience sort of go online to find you. How was that transition for you? Was there like an in-between place between the two of them where you think the industry was suffering, or how do you could you speak a little bit about that transition?
Sure. I think I adapted pretty well because I'm still, I mean, I can't speak for the comic strip part because my syndicate keeps me in the remaining papers I'm in. I'm in some pretty good first, but I used to be in, like 100 papers, and don't ask me how many I'm in right now. It doesn't matter. But I'm in enough papers that I can still afford to do this. And also, I'm up on 20 years of doing La Cucaracha. So usually a comic strip only the average is like a year, and it dies. And so I kind of missed the golden age of comic strips, and also I wasn't doing I went through a period when newspapers started collapsing, and papers started shrinking, and comics pages started shrinking, where I got dropped by I myself and other cartoonists. Our strips were dropped by a lot of papers, not exactly because of our content, but I mean, guess which strip goes first? The brown strip goes first, right? And they didn't like comic strips that generate hate mail. That's me.
Means they're reading.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do happy, comics about being a taco or being a talking dog or whatever. I was doing stuff about reality, and it's a hard climb. But also at the same time, I was doing editorial cartoons, and those clients dropped off. But I'm still syndicated doing that. Still can survive on that, and I just decided I'm just going to send all this stuff out free also on social media. And that's how I kind of really reach my audience, like the syndicators can only reach certain, segments of people that read newspapers still. And you can go to gocomics.com/La Cucaracha or /Lalo Alcaraz. You can get my comic strip free sent to you every day. But I thought, no, you know what? I got to develop online presence and just be, and also draw comics like, you know, on the spot, you know, like for when I had the idea for the Oscars cartoon that you showed earlier. I mean, it was like, oh, good. I got a good idea, and it's like 3 days before the Oscars, perfect timing, and the thing goes viral online. And then also the client can, you know, print it if they want to print it in their paper or website. And I thought that has helped me survive, you know, just stay relevant, even though I'm crusty. Crusty and tired and whiny, and I want to sleep next to your dog.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question here?
No, Andy.
Oh.
Because you don't have any dirt on me, so I don't do everything you say. I'm just kidding. Go
Mix
ahead.
them up, man. I'll mix them up. No, I was just wondering, for Lalo, who and how influenced you in your writing? Because, you know, there's a lot of comics that have been out there for a long time, but not with your bite.
Well, thank you. I when I was in college, even in high school, I remember. I think maybe I'm not sure, but at least when I was in college, they used to run Doonesbury and Bloom County. If you remember those strips, Doonesbury's still around. Bloom County came back, and but those are two political comic strips that really like showed me that I could do that, but make them all Chicanos and immigrants and Mexicans and Latinos and everything, and have them, you know, a cast of thousands talking about their lives. And that was my simple concept for La Cucaracha. And also when I was a kid, I read the comic strip Gordo. Does anybody know that strip, Gordo? It used to run in the Union Tribune up until it ended, which was like 1985. And I used to read it when I was a kid and go like, whoa, this Mexican guy is, he was a Chicano from Tucson, Gus Arriola. He was drawing about Mexico. And that would make me think like, A, why is this the only Mexican or Latino in the whole comics pages? And B, I think I could do this, you know, and I kind of subliminally, you know, realize like, oh, maybe I can be a cartoonist, you know, and survive doing that. So those are kind of the three major influences that really affected me, and all the comic books from Tijuana, you know, like reading Donald Duck in Spanish, and you know, that and all the luchador comics and Calimán, all that stuff, man. I love all that stuff growing up. And then Alarma magazine, which you would sneak a look at, you know, when you had brought it home. And it's scandalous, you know. But all that stuff kind of was like my formula for really thinking I could do it. Oh, and then I would see cartoonists in the editorial pages, like say the Union Tribune, like used to be a guy called named Steve Kelly, who's kind of conservative, and who one day when I was like in college at State, I was probably 21 years old maybe, and I crashed the cartoonist convention in Point Loma, or no, it was out and it was in the base somewhere. It's one of those tiki hotels or whatever, right? And I crashed the convention, and I went up to Steve Kelly and I told him, "You're racist," to his face. I go, "You draw racist stuff, man. You should stop. You should not do that." Oh no! How can I be racist? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Steve Kelly's not here, and he's in New Orleans or something now. But anyway, and now we're members of the same editorial cartoonist group. And one time I went up to him, like, "Hey, you remember when I called you a racist?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't really remember that." I'm like, and then he goes, "I told you I can go on for days, right?"
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
And then he tells me, "How can you be racist? You know, he's still on that tip, right? How can I be racist? I go to Baja and donate money through my church to the poor kids in Baja. And I'm like,
Yeah, sure.
can I cuss on here? Can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Do
So
it live.
you know, it's like whatever. You know, don't he would draw the. He was famous for drawing a Mexican American city councilman in a sarape and a sombrero, and I can't remember the guy's name, Ubaldo or something. Anyway, it was ancient history back in the '80s. But I was like, yeah, don't abuse your superpower of cartooning just to draw racist shit. You know,
Use it for good, not evil.
that's
So his
correct.
answer was, I can't be racist because I have a racist friend, that kind of stuff.
Not gonna think.
So I got a Mexican friend, so I can't be racist.
I ate tacos
Yeah.
yesterday. I can't be racist.
Yeah.
My driver's a black guy. I can't be racist.
Bro, this guy, one quick story too. Like, there was this guy, and you met this guy. This guy sent me a hate letter, but it wasn't a hate letter. He sent me to my PO box. He is a older white guy. He sent me a 1970s porno magazine, right? As if made it look like I ordered it through eBay or some shit, right? And he was, because my PO box address looks like an apartment, right? Like, it's not box and 156. It's number 156. And so I think he thought he was going to get me in trouble for ordering a porno magazine. He sent me his crustiest old 1970s porno mag, and the guy that owns the PO box is like, "Yo, bro, you gonna use that?" I'm like, "Here you go, man," because that guy was from the 1970s and he was crusty too, right? He was an old surfer dude. but the point is, the guy that I had offended, you know, he was like writing me hate mail and, you know, whatever about the comic strip or whatever. He's from San Diego. He's one of those white guys that's like a racist, light up the border, anti-immigrant asshole, but he lives in Baja with his Mexican wife and his 3 Mexican kids, right? And that's a type, right? That's like a type. I met dozens of these guys over the years, and then they found me, and they really hate what I do. But this guy went over and above, and my buddy ended up with a nice classic 1970s porno mag. Oh, man. So,
right.
yeah, I generate a little bit of hate.
All right, guys, we are live here with Andy and Melody from Arte Latino, San Diego Latino Film Festival, happening now till the 19th, AMC Mission Valley. And I'm going to say this because people ask me, are the movies all in Spanish? They are some in Spanish, some in English. All the Spanish movies will have subtitles. Don't be scared to read. And you can catch, there you go. There you go. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Who's that guy?
It's a little guy I'm working on.
Oh, man. And you can catch Lalo Alcaraz. You can go to pocho.com, his website, gocomics.com to catch him. De La Cucaracha. You can listen to him live on Fridays at 3 p.m. And he will be selling merch, signing autographs, taking pictures with the fans on Saturday at the Lucha event. Make sure that if you are stopping by, I see you guys lurking there in the chat. Make sure that you like the video wherever you're watching it, whether it's on the San Diego Latino Facebook page, on the 2 a.m. Burrito page, or on the Mi Gente Facebook page. Share it with your friends so that they can see the VOD after we get done. And make sure that you come out to San Diego Latino Film Festival. There's another comic that I was laughing at, the Space Force one.
Oh.
We just wanted to check out your tacos. Obviously, Lalo, as somebody who was in San Diego and LA, San Diego Mexican food clearly superior, right? You can close that debate right now, can't you?
You know, it's gotten better over the years. Let me just say that.
Let's get better. Oh, which one, LA or San Diego?
San Diego's gotten
Okay.
better.
Oh, well, okay. Well, a little controversy.
But you know what? I can't find a machaca burrito
Oh my God.
in LA that can come close to San Diego.
Oh God, I want to go. I want to machaca burrito right now after you said that.
But I need to be convinced on the tacos. You know,
maybe tacos, but burritos, San Diego for sure.
Maybe.
Maybe, right. All right, and you can go to sdlatinofilm.com to catch the entire schedule. Closing night party Sonora Dinamita. I myself, as a filmmaker, curated all the comedies. So if you're here on Friday, go catch the Hay que Reírse Comedy Showcase. Friday at 6:45 p.m. A ton of great Latino comedy shorts. Please come out and watch. And then the closing night party, Lucha event, Sabrosa Latino Orchestra was opening night. Sonora Dinamita on closing night. And we were live here with Melody Andy. I think my comic influences growing up was Condorito. Yeah, because the old Condorito magazines were like my favorite.
Condorito.
The plop.
Oh, plop. That's the punchline every time.
My dad used to always bring those to me. And obviously Far Side, Calvin and Hobbes, etc. Those were those are the greatest.
So much.
So again, Andy, Melody, I know you guys got to get back to work preparing all the art today. What's happening today and tomorrow before Saturday at Arte Latino?
We have live artists every single day. If it rains, which it's pretty wet outside, so we'll probably just bring it inside the festival hub, but we'll have live artists here. Yeah, and we have the art here as well, so people can come in and take pictures actually with the immersive mural that me and Esmeralda Robles did. And yeah, it's fun every single day.
Live music every day.
The Latino stage?
Of course.
Yeah.
Halfway point, man. Get this FOMO feeling out of your gut and go to the festival, go watch a movie, support Latino art, support Latino culture, comics, the whole shebang bang. Don't be a Mexican, be a Mexican, all that good stuff. Don't be one of those people that gets in the door and then closes it behind you. Support our culture. And Lalo, again, man, an honor to have you with me on the show.
Thank you.
I hope you had a good time, man, and we'd love to invite you on at a future date when you got something to promote. Just hit me up, and we.
Well, you know when I have something to say.
When you have something to say, yeah, because maybe next time have a shot or something, so you're not shy. A shot of espresso. You should close up, man. All right, man. So I appreciate all of you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Melo. Thank you, Lalo. See you guys on Saturday.
Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye-bye.
We got you. We'll get you some of them free beers from the Film Hub.
Of course.
Yes.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take these guys off stage. Later, guys. Bye, Melo. All right. We've been live here with Melo, Andy, Lalo Alcaraz. How friggin' cool was that? I'm live today here. My dog is sick, guys. Send love. Send positive energy. And before I let you guys go today, I'm going to have one more special guest here coming on. One of the movies that I curated for the festival. As you guys know, my job is to curate comedies for the move for our festival in the Hay que Reírse showcase. And my goal with that is to get a diverse group of movies, different cultures, different types of films, et cetera, et cetera. And we're going to bring on one of the filmmakers from that movie, a movie that you are able to see one more time. I'm going to bring up the schedule real quick so we can figure it out. But let's see when they're playing again. Let's see. We'll figure it out right now. So let me do a quick intro here for our filmmaker and watch our preview for the Hay que Reírse showcase. And we'll bring on Mario Lucero from Los Pacientes Recurrentes. Mario Lucero, Biogard. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? ¿Me escuchas? Mario, ¿estás ahí?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us? ¿Nos escuchas?
No, I can't hear you.
Okay. Well, we'll give you a minute. We'll give you a minute to figure that out. Check. Let me see. Let me send you a private check. Check your setting.
Let me refresh the
you
link.
Do that. Yeah, go ahead. Refresh that. We'll see if we can get you on. Let's vamp. Let's watch the trailer. All right, we're gonna watch the trailer while you connect. All right, we're gonna watch the trailer here for the movie while Mario connects.
Ella es la niña, ¿verdad? Lupe, yo soy Laura. Voy a ser tu doctora en el camino. Ya no entiendes la condición de Lupe. A ver, Lupe.
¿Los escuchas, Mario?
No sé qué puedo fumar sin culpa. A ver, rápido. No. A ver, mi general. ¿Qué está pensando este señor Jaimes al enviar a una... Que no sé quién sea más ojete, yo que digo la verdad, o ustedes que le dicen puras mentiras y la tienen con falsas ilusiones a la pobre escucha. Sí, paramos un momentito para hacer oración, como usted indicó. ¡Ánimo!
A ver, Mario, ¿nos escuchas? Can you hear us? We can hear you. A ver, habla un poco de la película. Sí. We're live, people. Sometimes this happens. We'll vamp. We'll do it live.
Ok, sí, no puedo escuchar, pero les voy a platicar un poquito de la película. ¿Está bien en español o en inglés? ¿Qué es mejor?
Como quieras, whatever you want.
¿En español? ¿No? En inglés, lo hacemos en inglés. Okay, well, thank you, Luis. Unfortunately, I cannot hear. I'm on the street right now. I'm in my car, but I'm here in San Diego, talking about Los Pacientes Recurrentes. Thank you for the time. It's a dramedy, a road movie dramedy about as you could see in the trailer, about a group of addicts in rehabilitation that had to make some 8-year-old girl dreams come true. She's dying of cancer and she only wants to go back to her home place, to her hometown. So these people get involved into this kind of treatment for rehab, and they have to take her to her hometown in Chiapas, that it's southeast in Mexico. And it seems that it's going to be a really dramatic story, but the thing is that we just work it out to make it as a comedy. So it'll fit perfect in a dramatic comedy genre. It's with some great actors: Hernán Mendoza, Sofía Alexander Katz, Mauro Sánchez Navarro, and this all group of actors. I mean, they're just taking charge of the story, and they handle the story so very well and so very beautiful. that I'm sure you would like it very much. This we had a screening this last Sunday, and we're gonna have another screening this next Thursday at 7:20 p.m. And well, and that, we're just very very grateful to be here in San Diego and just to see you. I'm gonna be there in the digital cinema. It's gonna be on the digital cinema, and I'm gonna be there just to be with you guys. I mean, whoever wants to see the show, and if you have any questions or just to talk a bit about the film and just to hear your impressions, I'll be humble and I'll be glad to listen to them.
Absolutely.
If you can write something there you go. Okay, yeah, the casting, it's a wonderful cast. We had as I said, we had Hernan Mendoza, that you might know them for Después de Lucia, and all these wonderful films that he have done. He's a theater actor. He started as a theater actor, and now he's doing a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies. Also, Sophie Alexander Katz, she's a wonderful actress. She's been around for like a long time. She's very young, but she's been around for a long time. Mauro Sanchez Navarro, who plays this wonderful character that makes the comedy out of it, and he's a junkie addict in the movie, and he just keeps getting all the people in trouble around the trip, and he's a very very funny character. Also, we have Monica Miguel. For probably those that aren't that young, probably they remember Monica Miguel for TV shows, telenovelas in Mexico, and some films as well. And this was her last movie. Monica has been doing have done approximately probably like 70 or 80 movies in Mexico, plus a lot of telenovelas. And we had the fortune to have her in this film. This was her very last movie, and we pay a tribute to her at the end credits of the film. We have Eligio Melendez, and we have this wonderful girl, this 8-year-old girl, Paola, who plays Lupe, who plays the indigenous girl with terminal cancer. And she was the only one who wasn't an actress. She was the only one that I cast her as a girl with no acting career. She was from the community where we filmed the very end of the movie. So she was actually from there, and she plays a lot of emotional scenes in the film. You watched the film, Luis, so you must know that she did a wonderful piece in that area.
El Ñoño. El Ñoño. I want to talk about Edgar Vivas, who played El Ñoño in El Sabio.
Yeah. Well, not such as Ñoño right now, because he's actually very thin right now. Yeah. I know, very slim, and and we have the fortune to have him. He's actually, everybody knows him as Ñoño and El Señor Botija, El Señor Barriga, and the Botija, and all these wonderful characters from Chespirito. But he actually is a great actor. It's a man that does a little bit of good acting plays in the theater in Mexico. He works a lot in Colombia, in Brazil. She actually speaks a very good Portuguese, and what he plays here is the man who actually gathers everyone, and the man who actually plans this whole trip. And it's very interesting because he's in the movie he's the director of the clinic, and he has this crazy idea to gather all this dysfunctional group of people to take this little girl back to her hometown. So it's actually a very very crazy idea if you see it that way. But let me tell you that these kind of things actually may happen. I for a research, I did a little bit of well, I did a little bit of research, and I actually stay in a clinic for addictions, you know, in Oceanica. It's called Oceanica, and I stayed there for like 2 weeks just to comprehend, to understand the whole treatment. And I just went there undercover as an alcoholic, and I was a patient there, and I just could live everything that people with addictions live. And I understood that this kind of treatments actually happen for a reason. It's for the whole reason to make a service to anyone else. So at the time you put the life of someone else in your hands, you start making yourself responsible for that life. And this is very, very helpful in the rehab process, in the rehab treatment. So it might seem crazy just for this man, the Edgar Vivar plays, to send these all other people with a little girl back to her hometown in a tiny van. But it's actually a thing that happened, and it only happens for a reason, and you're gonna see it when you watch the movie, guys. What's the reason for all these people to go there?
All right, I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we're going to let you go.
Después de te dejo ir y hablamos. Very good. Yeah, sure. Let me the whole message of the film, or mostly what I wanted to do with the film, was to talk about redemption. Redemption, what it's the main theme. As I told you, Luis, on Sunday, that you were wonderful there to interview me. But the whole theme is redemption. I mean, I don't see the characters at the very end. They change. They have a good change. They evolve or into someone else. I don't want to tell them or to tell you that they become better, or they become nice persons or whatever. But they change. They redeem themselves for whatever they were struggling during the story. So that was the main reason for them to go on this trip.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna let you go, Mario. Vamos a hablar más tarde. Nos vemos el jueves. Nos vemos el jueves.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mario.
I'll see you Thursday, guys. Thank you very much, Luis. Bye bye.
All right. Thursday, March 16th at 7:20 p.m. Thursday, March 16th, 7:20 p.m. Los Pacientes Recurrentes. We had a nice crowd for it when it played on Sunday. We had a good Q&A with Mario, and it was a blast to watch the movie. It was one of the movies that I selected for the Hay que Reírse showcase. As you know, anything that's Hay que Reírse is something that is comedy themed. San Diego Latino Film Festival is it's a border festival. We're in San Diego. It's Latinos. There's obviously going to be some stories about trauma, stories about immigration, stories about struggles. There's documentaries that are very, very serious and very poignant. As I like to call them, very important movies. My kind of filmmaking is always a little goofier, more adult-themed humor. So it is my pleasure to program movies that can be a counterbalance to the more serious fare, and something that will allow us to laugh a little bit in a theater with our friends, which is awesome, and something that is very cathartic and helps us out a lot. Porque, as the theme says, hay que reírse. So, man, big show today. Lalo Alcaraz, who is an icon, cartoonist. Go check him out. Pocho.com. Pocho.com. You can catch all his comics. You can catch him live on Saturday at AMC Mission Valley. I believe this starts at noon till 5 p.m. at the second Art Hub in Mission Valley. Go get some merch. There'll be tons of other artists. Andy and Melody will be there. and as well as other artists. I want to thank all the artists that have come on from Arte Latino to talk to me before and during the festival. Inocente from an Oscar-winning movie. Paco Pablos from just everywhere, blowing up. Sony, who did the poster. Melody Chicanalili, who did the incredible awards. Go follow Mi Gente Show on Instagram at Mi Gente Show. You can catch some stories that I did about her live painting and about the awards that she's created for the festival, which are top notch, chef's kiss. So I gotta go take care of my dog, y'all. He's over here ODing on like, where's also right there. You can say he's in a bad way right now. He hurt his paw. He hurt his leg. A little 2-year-old shepherd. So we're gonna have to try to get him to had to take him to the ER at like 5 a.m, like a concerned dad, because he was in pain. And right now he's all loopy on pain meds. So send some positive energy for my boy Oso, El Osorio, Osiris the Virus, Osito Panda. And I will not be at the festival today because I'll be taking care of my dog. I will not be at the festival today because I'll be taking care of my dog, but I will be there Thursday and Friday. Friday for the comedy showcase, Saturday for the Arte Lucha event, and for the closing night party. So I appreciate everybody that stopped in. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you, Prevent. Sorry if I destroy that, for commenting. Thank you for all the lurkers. Thank you, Lalo, again for being on Mi Gente Show. It was an honor. And thank you to our filmmaker for stopping by. Mario Lucero Beauregard came all the way here to watch the movie with an audience. The audience responded great on Sunday. And I hope that he has another audience on Thursday at the Digital Gym in downtown San Diego. So if you have not been there, go ahead and go check out the new theater. If you are going to buy tickets, go to SDLatinoFilm.com and get 15% off by using the code Mi Gente Show at checkout. I want to thank you guys all for stopping by today. I am Big Chief Burrito at Big Chief Burrito on Twitter, or at Big Chief Burrito on Instagram. But you can all follow us, and you can find all our links on 2amburrito.com, at Mi Gente Show on Instagram and Twitter, and on YouTube as well. And one last time, anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, what have you, type in Mi Gente Show. You'll see this logo right up here. Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. Listen to a couple of episodes. Give us a rating. It will all help out tremendously. Elbow cough. And it's going to help us out a lot. So I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm a little out of it, but the show must go on. So we powered through this interview. We did it. Keep supporting the festival this week. Love you guys. Big Chief Burrito. Out.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo!
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. No, su primera palabra. ¿Qué escuela?
¡4 años de escuela de cinematografía para esto!